You hear people say, well, back in the days when I was growing up, it was really tough. You know, you had to walk 5 miles to school uphill both ways in the driving snow and the pouring rain. And kids don't know how good they have it these days, right? We can kind of get into that nostalgic. We can get into that nostalgic kind of thinking in terms of the saints. Well, the saints were, had it easier or harder, depending on how we want to look at it, depending on which age of the church we want to look at. And we always look at the saints as somehow having extra special gifts. And there's sort of course, we say they're guaranteed to be in heaven. So we're they're very distant for us. And when in fact, they're just models of holiness for us. And holiness is accessible to everyone who's baptized. And the more that we think of ourselves as that's really the goal in our life, is to be holy, saints. To not only to see ourselves as meant for heaven and to live for God, to be with Him in heaven, but also that we want others to be there with us, that we've been put on this earth at this time in this place to proclaim the gospel. And that this is not about being perfect. We always think of the saints as these perfect people. The second reading says that we need to see ourselves in terms of our holiness more as beloved children of God who have pure hearts. So a pure heart is, or a saint, if you will. Our holiness is about being focused on following Jesus as best we can. And we have to take in consideration that we have unique challenges that's never been experienced in the life of the church. Because every age and every place has its unique and particular challenges to follow Jesus. And so we look to the saints for examples and ways that we can live out our holiness. But in some ways, it's a little bit of a experience of, it's almost isolating, because it's like, but nobody has ever had to do it like we've had to do it before. It's also isolating because each one of us is called to a particular kind of holiness because we're each a unique person. And God wants us to be the best that He's created us to be. And if we look around, there's nobody else like us. But I think what the saints remind us is two things: that we never do this alone. And that's why we come together, because you're working on your holiness and you're working on your following Jesus, and we're all in this together. And that's what helps us to move forward, because the other thing the saints remind us of is that they never gave up. So let us continue to strive in our own life to be holy, to be saints, to follow Jesus, to be pure of heart.